Good morning, guys. March 6th, and we're here with another live streaming for daily analysis. And now we're going to go over two pairs instead of just one. So it's going to be the euro dollar and the Aussie dollar. Let's see here what's going on. Forgot to turn on this shit. Now you should be seeing it. So yeah, so let's start here with the euro dollar, and yeah. So since it's the start of the week, so let's start on the euro dollar on the weekly time frame. We were talking about that last week that this might be a push and just a pullback to then continue down. But since we already have pushed like so low into the leg, you see, so this probably could be also just like a reaction to this weekly supply for then to us to start a new trend to the upside. But this is just like to give us an idea of like where we are, like within the daily time frame. Yeah, we kind of been like I mean, not sideways, but we've been inside of this daily demand for quite some time, since February the 24th. So yeah, and even like you can see here, right, we were making this daily chain here on the internal structure because we had this push. So the pullback was kind of like corrective, creating this chain. And uh and now we came to this daily demand, and we have this internal fractal pullback that we can clearly see on the 4 hour later on. And then we could probably like make like a chalk here to the upside to come back to this demand and maybe continue up. So it will depend like if we see this supply failed. So this would be like a very good indication that price wants to continue higher. So it has to break this high here. Um, on the 4 hour, it's kind of like it's not super nice. Um, we had, like I said, right? We had the push here because we could see on the daily better. Um, and even if you see here, right, like this could be just to mitigate that demand, but this 4 hour here has failed because we broke like on top of this. So here, right, so even though the 4 hour is still bearish, we could possibly be done with the pullback on the daily, right, multi-time frame analysis. And then we need to see this 4 hour and daily supply fail as well. Here, like I was thinking that it would might go down from here because of this 4 hour bearish chalk, but on the 15 minute it didn't give me any confirmation. So this is another confluence that we might break these two supplies here, and this was just a sweep of liquidity. So, and right, so we're seeing the bearish push, the pullback, but instead of continue to break this low here, we can see that it came here, and then it respected this demand, and now it's pushing up again. So we can see this as a like failure to break this low, and we could possibly see price pushing up. But we cannot. We're just analyzing. We're not gonna be try to predict what the market's gonna do. It could possibly also just stop here and continue down. So that can be a possibility. On the 15 minute, like I said, I had you see, like this was kind of weird because all of these 15-minute supplies are already mitigated, right? So I had this one here that price broke through with these wicks here. So it didn't respect this, but it also didn't respect the lows. That's why I was thinking that this would probably be like a chalk here to the downside. It didn't respect this demand and also had inducement here to this demand. But it just came and swept more liquidity below this lows. And I was waiting for a confirmation on this supply to see if this would hold, but as you can see, it didn't. That's why it's so. It's always better to wait for price to to uh to respect, right? Like supplies like this, and like I said, and since this is all mitigated already, the last point will be this one here. So if price comes here and give us an entry, we could possibly see it going down from here. But as of right now, and Mondays are usually a little slower. So I just have my alert here on the supply and on this demand here. It's like if it wants to give me like a 1 minute entry for this demand, so we can continue even higher. So that's it for euro dollar. And another confluence, right? That price is bullish on the swing. So to see for us to see the 4 hour and daily going bearish, it would probably be a good idea to see the swing structure turn bearish as well, and then we would start making lower lows. So let's jump to Aussie dollar. Like I said, I just have my alerts on these two, demand and supply, and I want to see what's gonna happen from here. Let's see. Oh, just make sure that this thing is recording. Okay, let's go to the Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar on the weekly. Um, Same, right? So we have this, the weekly is also bearish, but at this time here, it didn't close above that. So this could possibly just be a sweep of liquidity on top of this, right? And if we have a bearish chalk, so this would be like a fractal bearish move. So if we break below this low here, then we could like see that this was just like a sweep, and then it wants to continue going down, maybe just to this demand here. But like we don't take any trades based on the weeklies, just to get get like an overall idea of where we are within the market. Daily, right? So on the daily we are bearish. So we were making higher highs here, and then we have had this, the break of this low, which was the last demand on this move, right? So like if you refine this candle here on the daily, you can see that we broke that. So when I see that price breaks below with just like one pip, uh it's for me it's already done. And like, and I can, it's another confluence that price may wants to go down from there. But as you guys can see, we haven't all, after this boss to the downside, we haven't had any pullback yet. So like be careful, because like you might see, oh, this is a bearish move now, so I'm gonna be taking shorts here. But like it's very low on the leg. So it's a good idea for you to wait for a pullback first to one of these supplies. Then you're gonna have like a better idea that it wants to go down. And if we use like the discount and um the discount and premium prices. Like you can see that like this aligns with the EQ, and this also like it's part of the premium price of this move. So you want to be selling from one of these, right? uh, so that's the daily. And like just looking here a little bit further on the like a fractal move, so we had this push here to the up, like a pullback, right? Let me start over. So this was a push, so we had a fractal pullback, then a push down, and then a chalk, right? Let me use this. You see like push, pull back, it broke this low here, and then it pushed to the upside, and now it pulled back. So like you see like this orange candle here, it's saying sidebar. So after the chalk, it pulled back. So we could probably see, let me see on the 4 hour, right? So we had this, even though we had this 4 hour chalk here to the downside, it could be just induced like it's a little sideways, like I said. But like if you see like this push and this pullback and this push, and it didn't mitigate this refined zone, so it kind of created like an inducement to this area below here. So that's why you gotta kind of like be seeing both sides of the market. Don't ever think that like, oh, it's going my way, it's the only way that's going. I'm always, when I'm looking at analysis, I'm always looking at two sides. Like how can it, what can it be doing to go to the downside, and what can it be doing to go to the upside. So like, yeah, yes, we saw that we had the 4 hour chalk to the downside, and price could come here and like mitigate something here to go down. But also I saw that price, when we had this pullback, it didn't really mitigate this refined zone. So we could possibly be just like mitigating this demand to continue up. So if I see a longs here, I'll take it. And if price comes here first, then I'll take the shorts to the downside if I have a confirmation. As of right now, I want to see like more confirmation so I can take my trades. On the 15 minute, right? It's a little more clean than the euro dollar, and even here, right? So like if we think about it, we had the swing push and the swing pullback, and what happened here, right? So like this on the 4 hour would look like a push, a pullback, and kind of like a failure to break this high, because the job of this low and this low is to take out this high, like to continue the higher high moves, right? But since we came here and we internally changed bearish, right? So we could possibly see this now coming back to one of the supplies to then move down. But remember what I said on the 4 hour, right? That price could possibly just come here to mitigate this 4 hour demand that was induced by this guy here. So there was like inducement here to this 4 hour demand, and we could possibly see price coming to this demand to continue to go up from here. So that's why like I have both ideas now on my head, because it could possibly go both ways. So I'm not gonna try to predict. If I get a 1 minute confirmation at, because we had a chalk here now, right? So this was the nearest high on this fractal move, and we could, even if it just comes here to like, and it wants to continue down, like I said, it could possibly just come here to pull back to continue down. So if you get a short long from here, a 1 minute confirmation, and if you want to target these highs, and then you see how it's going to react here, to maybe then like you want you take shots from there as well. As of right now, we don't have any confirmation. So I have my, this is like all from last week. So right now I have this demand here and that supply. I can just delete this as well. So like you can even like just step out of the computer when you see one of these two alerts hitting the alert. Then you come and see you're probably gonna have another 15 minutes to wait for a 1 minute confirmation, and you wait from there. You don't need to be worried about it. You don't need to overthinking. Be watching this happen because there's nothing you can do right now. So like when you get experience, that's how you start trading. All right, guys. So that's it for our analysis. This was a little more complex today because the market's not as clean. I think because it's the start of the month as well, Monday, which Monday are usually a little slower. So I'm not gonna be here just watching this all day. I just wait for my alerts to be hit, and then I go from there. So hope you guys like the live, and let me know if you guys have any comment, uh, any question about the analysis overall. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.